All right, hello YouTube. We're here today playing a donation deck. Trying again. Last time the leagues stopped on us. We're playing a Spanish Inquisition deck. Thanks to Jax. He tells me that it is similar to an old Spanish Inquisition deck, and that the new ones don't play this. I don't know what the new ones are or the old ones are, but what this deck does is it makes a lot of mana, it draws a lot of cards, and it tries to combo very quickly with Tendrils of Agony or Empty the Warrens. So the Crookshanks and the Crimson Kobolds and the Kobolds of Carekeep all do the same thing, and they are just 0/1s that you can sacrifice to Culling the Weak to make 4 mana, which is sweet. Or you can sacrifice them to Cabal Therapy flashbacks to discard more cards. Okay, so mana, Culling the Weak. Chrome Mox, 7 lands. Lion's Eye Diamond is kind of like mana. And Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual. Then you got 8 draw 4s. You lose a lot of life though. And you have 4 Tendrils of Agony. So you try to make a lot of mana, chain the draw spells, and get either a Tendrils for 10 or play 2 of them for less. It's actually a really straightforward deck. 12 weeks of kobolds. Oh my goodness. We goldfished it, and we won about 50% of the games goldfishing. So hopefully we do a little bit better when we're playing against an opponent. Here we go. I'm gonna have an entire YouTube playlist of Jax donating kobold decks. And if any of you viewers on YouTube want to donate decks, there is a little bit of information on my Twitch, twitch.tv/Ewlandon, where you can see how to donate and where to send a list and that kind of thing. This would be the best 5-0 of all time. It would be pretty great. Yeah. Definitely Soul Sisters was the best 5-0. Best back-to-back 5-0s, it was the Thief deck. I back-to-back 5-0'd with that shit. That's crazy. All right, so this hand has 1 mana, 2 creatures. So it's a mulligan. This hand has mana. Ooh, lots of mana. Easy to put back. But can we make that much mana? Yes. Keep. Get rid of that. People mulling to Forcible against us is not an advantage, actually. Because if they Forcible our Infernal Contract. So hey Jax, you said something about when you were telling me how to play this deck about waiting a turn. Do you wait a turn with this hand? So this hand, what it could do is Chrome Mox, exiling Dark Ritual, cast Kobold, Dark Ritual, Culling the Weak, draw 4. Or I can pass and hope that I draw something, but I don't know what I'm drawing. This is a turn 1 kill. Okay. Okay. No, it is a turn 1 draw 4. Okay? Okay. We'll see. If I don't fizz. Yes. Yeah. If the draw 4 is good, then we can win. Do you just draw the 4, or do you float a bunch of mana first? I think you float the mana, right? Because you're just going for it. You don't fizzle easy? I mean, if he counters this, then he's going to counter the Inferno. Yes. It's not like I was going to beat a Forcible anyway. I've heard murmurs of your new list, Jax. Somebody said something to me about having their opponent playing Green Sun Zenith and Culling the Weak in the same deck. I got my business spell. Yeah, it's nice to have that. That's for sure. But it's unfortunate that that's under there, because it means I have far fewer draws. I also have a Kobold on the bottom. This seems like the literal worst matchup for this deck. I have a feeling every matchup's going to feel like the literal worst matchup for this deck. Yeah, you're right, Archon. There's no scary card that he couldn't just counter. Because Tendrils for not lethal is not good. Alright, here we go. Actually, I could wait a turn. I'm not dead yet. So I could, like, draw... No. I could draw a land, Infernal Tutor for Cabal Ritual, and then I could, like, double Ritual the following turn. Yes, that's who told me, Jax. And then I told him that you donated. He goes, oh, that's who I played against. Alright, I don't know. I'm probably not playing optimally at this point, but we got Force of Will, so. Is it safe to concede here? Okay, never give up. Although I've never lost to Stooch by him conceding when he had lethal in play or something like that. Like, Stooch is not a terrible player. So it's almost safe to concede. Go for it. I mean, JK, you should have played around days. The thing is going for it, or going for draw 4, lose half my life. It's not actually GG. Alright, Dark Ritual. Let's draw a Dark Ritual. If we 3-2, I'll be really happy. What's up? Blanchy Hardware, how you doing? Alright, teach me how to sideboard, Jax. We got a good matchup here, you say? Maybe I draw Dark Ritual and just win. Although, I also just lose if they bolt me. But that's okay. We're gonna draw Dark Ritual and win. Alright, I'm just gonna concede. So you said these are good? What do we side out? What do we side out? Help me sideboard. All right, what I would side out is win conditions. I don't know. Infernal Tutor. Uh. Hmm. Side out some tendrils. Weird plan B. Kinda. Don't we want some number of tendrils though for like smaller tendrils? I guess 2. 3 tendrils, some culling of the weak because of force and kobolds. Wait, you're siding out kobolds? I think we want the kobolds. They add to storm. I'm gonna try this. It's not exactly what Jack said. Could be wrong. But I think like some small tendrils might help close out some small empty games. And that kobolds add to storm at least. Shouldn't we be putting in brainstorm and underground sea? Maybe. I'll play first. This looks like a mulligan. Actually, do you just keep this and like discard and stuff? You're not the master of this. I mean, this is your deck. You have to be the master of it. All right. So Jackson chat just told me he's useless. I got to figure this out on my own. I guess I'm not really looking to. There's nothing great to draw with this hand, so I'm going to mulligan it. And now Jack's escape. All right, I'm going to just lose to a forcible again. That first hand though didn't actually like. What am I drawing? I need to draw empty the warrens. I mean, I'm just gonna lose to forcible like we did game 1. Oh wait, we fizzled. So close. It's not 50 to 60% that they have it. It's 40% that they have it in any given 7. And we are dealing with the London Mulligan here, and they obviously are going to be looking for things that interact with us. So it's much higher than 60% that they have it. Yes. They mulligan. You have to assume that they have like interaction though. Whoops. I just F6'd. Oh, look, it doesn't matter. I should have attacked. I probably shouldn't have played out the Cobalt because he can just like bolt it. He did. He bolted it. What? I'm gonna draw Calling the Week for sure. How do we win this game? Seems unlikely. I guess they don't have a clock. Maybe we play out the Spirit Guide and start attacking with it. I think I have to... I guess I can play this Lotus Petal. Do I really care about my Storm Count? I guess this deck does care about its Storm Count. But I don't want this to get dazed. I guess I have Spirit Guide. Yeah. I should have held on to the Crookshank Cobalt. Honestly, I would have had to play it out anyway. Or discard it, so... Jesus. I think I'm naming like Flusterstorm here. If they Forceful, it's fine. Flusterstorm is more of a problem. Oh, good. I don't have to name it. They can just cast it. I'm not at all surprised by the smash to Smithereens, to be honest. If he's even somewhat familiar with this deck. I guess I could have waited to try and draw another mana source to do all this, but I don't think that would actually work either. Mini Tendrils, Infernal Tutor for Tendrils. I mean, you're assuming they have nothing, and I'm assuming that they have at least a Daze. Which they did. And a Flusterstorm. Which I don't think I could also beat the Flusterstorm. My plan was to at least like build up some mana and hopefully be able to draw like a draw 4 or something. But now I'm probably dead. You have to remember that this is the first thing that they played, so they definitely have at least one thing in their hand. And they also flustered a therapy, which means they definitely have something in their hand, like 100%. At least one, if not two. Oh, see, my plan was good though, because this is what I was hoping to draw. My plan was pedal, tutor, pay for a daze if that's the only thing they had, get another tutor, play ritual off of spirit guide, play another ritual off of the ritual, and then play the infernal contract that I was going to draw. And then play more mana and then tendrils. My plan was great, but they had too many things. I would have had to go to 1-2. But anyway, that was my plan. Oh, I still could. Oh, shit. Oh my god. I talked it all through and then I conceded. Because I can still cast Ritual. Let's see what I would have drawn. 2, 3, 4. I mean, we would have lost. Thank God. Right, we'd have 2 mana floating, 3 mana, and just dead. Yeah. Okay, good. Whew. Yeah. Thank God. Thank God for the draw button. Because I definitely conceded when I had a play. They also probably have a daze. Alright, round 2. Yeah, I definitely should not have conceded. At least cast the spells. I'd probably have a better chance with this deck on a different account, but I don't want to make a new account to play it. And all my other accounts that had play points have been published with Reanimator. This hand's good. They're 0-3. So I kind of want to name Forcible, I guess. I mean, if they're 0-3 though, they probably don't have Force of Will, but we're not like dead to a Chalice. Okay. Let's see if they leave something up or not. If they Spell Pierce, that's great for me. If they Brainstorm, I have to name Forcible, I guess. I can respond here and then name Forcible. Although I guess Daze still does something. Maybe I should have waited to see. Oh, hopefully they didn't draw Daze. Should I just name Daze? No, I have to... I think they might have actually cast a Daze there. Man, this deck is terrible. Jax, what are you doing to me? This deck is awful. How do you win with this deck? Actually, we're probably going to win, right? We are at 10 now. We're so close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, these Delver decks, where did they come from? I think we win now. Let's see if I counted right. 10. We didn't even need it. Winner. I just named Vapor Snag because it covered Forcible as well. By the way, if anybody was wondering. And I think we had a Spell Pierce or a Daze Beat. Could have named Spell Pierce, I guess. Then if they had Forcible, I was in trouble. Just stick with this deck for all the seasons and I'll become the master of kobolds. Yeah. I'm getting there. We're learning. This hand seems pretty good. We need to draw a Kobold. We need to draw a Kobold. But I sided one out. Uh-oh. Alright. What do we want? Ooh. Do I play around days by playing out a pedal? I guess that doesn't actually play around days because I don't want to use that. Okay. I'll wait. I'm gonna try and hope that they force of will the wrong thing next turn because I'm probably going for it. Probably. Maybe not. This deck needs Unmask, because like having Unmask with the Culling the Weak would be good. That's interesting. At least this covers like the second days, right? It's not great against Flusterstorm. I feel like I'm not here to not do this though. I mean, we got days covered. It's not over if they counter this. Okay, we need to draw a Kobold. Kobold would be great. Dark Ritual, Kobold, another Cabal Ritual, any ritual. Kobold and win. I mean, they could still have Force of Will. Could still easily have Force of Will. Two cards on top. Uh-oh. Ooh, we're getting close. We need a Black Spirit Guide. Do I just like do all of this? I think the answer is yes, I just do all of this. I can just do one of those probably. They have to have Force here. Feels like they don't have Force. Feels like they have a Spell Pierce or something. Or a Flusterstorm. Oh, come on. Why would you even think about that for so long? It's ridiculous. I wonder if I should force the last card in their hand. Probably. If it draws 4. Draw 4! But there's always the option to force one of the spells that I draw. Yeah, we're gonna draw another draw 4 and win. My opponent is aggro brainstorming to flip the second Delver of Secrets. I guess it does turn off draw 4s after this turn. I've drawn more than half my lands now. Drawn 4 of the 7 lands. So the third one was great, though. The third land was a really good draw last turn because it let me play my spell, which got forced. But it let me play it, which is great. Aha! Let's see the rest of their hand. We hit one. They had another Force of Will. Maybe that's what they were thinking about. All right. We got to get an empty hand. We got the sideboard empty plan, right? So we got to get that. We keep drawing the main part of the deck in our sideboarded games. Something wrong with this deck. Play first. Yes. Mana. Oh my god. No. It's a little aggro, but my mana is going to be too messed up to do this all when I want to do it. But I can use the Kobold to get it. Another one. Kobold. Oh, what am I doing? Kobold. Force of Will. Daze. Daze, double ponder. Okay. No shuffle means... Okay, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they either chose to not shuffle a surgical, which does almost nothing against this deck. It does one thing. They did it. Or they have a Force of Will. Yeah, he's interested in grabbing the list. Good point. I bring in surgical when I really want to see what my opponent's doing too. I hope that's what he chose to not shuffle with his ponder. Oh, perfect. We can draw another 4 next turn. This is perfect. We're right where we want to be. There's a little tension between Infernal Tutor and Cruel Bargain. No Ponder. So they definitely have like Spell Pierce and Flusterstorm now. Maybe I shouldn't have played that. I kind of want a Spirit Guide Infernal Tutor for Dark Ritual, but they have the days. Yeah. I'm too worried I'm going to lose to the Spell Pierce that he certainly has, or he would have pondered. Or if it's a Flusterstorm, I'd probably lose to it anyway. I shouldn't have played the Cobalt. It was bait. It was bait. Oh, God. So they probably have 2 Flusters now? Yeah, the Cobalt was bait. He didn't fall for it, though. It's probably because he has a Spell Pierce. Blind flipping to Flusterstorm there is pretty tilting. Pretty tilting and not shuffling. Hmm. See, I did know their hand. It was Spell Pierce Daze. Now they have a Flusterstorm and a Pteramander and a land. Is Cobalt holding the fort? Holding down the fort. They don't have any red sources, which is pretty nice. So I can actually like try and Cruel Bargain. Whoops. Oh boy, right on time. There's our sideboard plan. We got our sideboard plan. Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're dead. Cast it. Okay. go. Cast your 7th counterspell. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it was 4 and a surgical. All right, we are 0-2. We did win a game though. I need to go to the bathroom. Round 3, here we go. Yeah, you can easily beat that with Reanimator. Spell Pierce and Flusterstorm aren't very good against Reanimator. You just clean up Gristlebrand and cast Therapy, Unmatched. Like, you just, I mean, it's way, yeah, you can easily, I mean, they had two Delvers, so maybe not, but yes, you can beat 4 counterspells on turn, like, 2 with a good hand. Although that hand probably beats Reanimator because they had the Surgical too. Actually, they just had a Daze in their opener. Like, Reanimator would have beat that. Unmask is pretty good. I think maybe this deck wants Unmask. You have some like extra cards sometimes. You should try that, Jax. Add Unmask to this deck. Hey. Hey. Alberto0310. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, but you have Culling the Weak and Therapy for Unmask. For when, like, you know, when you don't have the mana for Therapy or you don't have the Kobolds for Culling the Weak. It sucks there's no black Kobolds, though. Or Spirit Guides. Why are all these cards in the wrong colors? We lost to the 0-3, by the way. That player was 0-3. Which means they're just stealing money from me. If you're ever playing and you're 0-3, you should concede. You should not beat your opponents at 0-3 because you can't win money. Or you can't win tickets. And if you can't win tickets, then you're only taking tickets away from your opponent, which means you're taking tickets away from the player base, which means they might not be playing against you for much longer after you take away all their money. I mean, tickets. They should make like a painter-esque card, but for Spirit Guides. And it turns all of your cards into Spirit Guides. Like Painter, but for all of your cards become Spirit Guides. Yeah. Eldrazi has a Spirit Guide. It costs 2 mana. You know the that 2 mana Spirit Guide. You guys know what I'm talking about. You pay 2 mana, and then you can make a 1/1 that makes mana. That's like that's the equivalent of a Spirit Guide for Eldrazi. It's kind of a backwards Spirit Guide, but that's how Eldrazi would want to do it. We no longer get opponents because we're 0-2. Warping Whale, yeah. Warping Whale's the Eldrazi Spirit Guide. And Grim Monolith, yeah. But Grim Monolith is not an instant. Okay. Why do we keep drawing all the lands? This deck only plays 7 lands. Keep. No, you guys are missing the fact that you can do it at instant speed. You can make mana at instant speed. Stick with the... What? No. No. No! Okay, this league. Okay, we are in the 0-2 bracket, but my opponent is 0-0, so this is their first round. They took the one that does stuff. Oh, they just kept their hand because they thought I was on Reanimator. This hand is not good. Their hand is not good. It doesn't do anything. No, I can't beat that with Reanimator. They would have won for sure. Don't tell me they just drew Ill-Gotten Gains. Don't do that. Oh. Okay. That also does nothing. That was not worth Dark Ritualing out, in my opinion. Oh, okay. It does stuff against one of my cards. Okay. I wonder why they didn't use it. I wonder why they didn't use it. What did they take from me there? Oh, they took a therapy. No, I love it. I want to play this card. I'm going to make an Ashiok deck as well. No, they're playing the Ill-Gotten Gains deck, but they're playing Ashiok in it for some reason. Alright, we've got the mana. We got the mana deck. We've got the mana. We have the mana. Okay, we have the mana. We do. We've already got it. We're good. Stop milling my win conditions. They didn't mill that time. Ooh. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. Am I doing that? What do they have? They have a Dark Ritual in their hand, maybe, or not? They just have like an unknown. It's not GG. It's 1, 2, 3, 8. It's like 3-turn clock. No. Let's wait a turn. I don't think 8 goblins is better than waiting. We need a draw spell. What are they doing? Why are they playing Urborg? Oh, maybe we should have because of ill-gotten gains. Oh god, we lose. I think we would have lost anyway, because ill-gotten gains just wins. Unless they get a... Oh. I'm not sure why Ashiok's in this deck. Definitely doesn't do anything. Oh, I guess because they play Dark Ritual. That makes sense. Man, next turn we would have won. Or almost won. Almost winning's pretty good. Alright. I mean, they are a fast combo deck, so I don't know if that's actually a good idea. People say Legacy's the turn. I mean, I'm playing an awful deck that can't win Magic. Like, I can't even win gold fishing with this deck. And my opponent kept a hand because they had Leyline and they thought I was on Reanimator. Like, I'm pretty sure, because their hand doesn't actually do anything. Oh, perfect. I'm gonna name Duress with Therapy, I think. And then cast Contract next turn. They're probably gonna have a Thoughtseize, but whatever. They showed me Duress's last game. Got him! Too easy. Too easy. No, I'm gonna finish the league. Oh, come on. Maybe I'm not gonna finish the league. Oh, 3 drop. Feels bad, even with this deck. You're gonna have to improve your deck building skills, Jax. I'm gonna start charging you more than 25. Honestly, buddy, there's nothing to think about. There you go. Perfect. I guess there was something to think about. Infernal Tutor. What can Infernal Tutor get? Nothing. Okay. That's that. There's that. So they have their deck also does nothing. We're playing, it's the do nothing versus do nothing deck. Yeah, I'll let you do one more, and if I cannot win, if I can barely win a single game with that, then we'll have to rethink things. This deck or my opponent's deck? I've actually seen my opponent's deck do pretty busted things before with ill-gotten gains, but I think their deck barely does much more than this one does. Yeah, there's that too. So I think their deck is probably better than ours. I mean, their deck is a meme as well. They're both memes, but theirs is probably better. Let's finish it out. We gotta win. We gotta win one round. I think the other deck is probably the blue white show and tell deck is probably the best of the Teferi decks. So maybe we play one league with that. And then I'm gonna go watch Avengers, I think. I might stream again tomorrow though. There's so many decks I want to play. Yeah, I also kind of want to just play Black Red Reanimator because I can actually like 5-0 with that. There it is. I think we play a league with this. This is probably the best of the Teferi decks. All right, Jax, you gotta go. I feel like we can't win with this deck. I'll put it on YouTube though. I'm a little disappointed in myself as well. We did lose to 2 Delver decks, which felt pretty bad. What makes it better? I mean, obviously the Teferi. I think I want to play Black-Red for a couple of leagues. You're going to play Black-Red. It's a good idea. I think it's the best deck in Legacy. Again. I don't always say that, but I do think, again, it is the best deck in Legacy. Yeah, my list is great. All right, we're matched, so we're going to play one. I'll show you the list. I can also send it to you. I will be conceding to my opponent, as I mentioned. When you're 0-3, you should concede to your opponent. This is my current list. Take a screenshot of that sideboard. Everything else is the same. I'm not going to tell them not to concede because I'm definitely not going to win. Yeah, I probably shouldn't encourage people to play Black-Red because once other people figure out that it's good and they start playing it well, it's gonna get banned. No, I do not. I actually do not. I want them to not ban the deck that I crush with. He shuffled. Huh? Right, here we go. I'm going all in here. He definitely has a Force of Will. I mean, nobody who's actually good with Reanimator has played it. I mean, not nobody's good. I mean, like the people who I know that are really good with it. There's so few of them playing it at bigger events. And I mean, if let's say 3 people enter an event, like they're not necessarily going to win, you know? Anyway, you get my point. It's mostly played by people who are newer to Legacy. And if only a couple of people who are not newer to Legacy play it at an event, it's not going to convert very well. Oh, that was fun. All right, I think this deck cannot win on this account. I have to play on an account that people won't always have Force of Will against. That it'll actually be the 40% of just like the randomly having it in your hand at 40% rather than always having it, because they're gonna always have it against me. I'm gonna concede. This deck is terrible. This deck is really bad. So, I hope everybody enjoyed watching. I will be putting it on YouTube. It was a good time. We won one game. Which is fine. Jack's paid the meme price. If anybody wants to donate decks, as I said at the beginning, there is a link on my Twitch, or there's information on my Twitch. What's going on there? I do charge a little bit more for meme decks for obvious reasons, because I lose my entry event, my entry tickets. Anyway, the deck was poor. It was a poor deck. It was a poor deck. I think if your opponents don't have Force Will, you could win some games here and there. And I guess that's about all I have to say about it. Hope you enjoyed it. Follow that YouTube. Follow my YouTube. It will support me, even in the most minor way. I really appreciate it. So follow my YouTube. Check out my Patreon if you want to support my content in any further way. I do put exclusive content on there, as well as my updated Reanimator sideboard guide and most current information about Reanimator and some other stuff on there as well.